All right, so today we're checking our grafts, and we had a lot of people ask about our process, what we do with the cells after we graft. So we don't have a video on that, um, and so that's what we're doing today. So if you can see, we have two misses, and then this third one in the middle here, right here, is being tore down. So that's 42 out of 45. And so what we're going to do now is, this is a triple deep colony, so it's really strong. We are going to move these cells into these nursery frames. So these nursery frames we got from Honey Run Apiaries. Great company, they're quick to ship, just reasonably priced. Everything about Honey Run we love. And so we're just going to put the cells in this hole right there, and then you can see they're going to be caged. But what that means is the virgins can emerge. They're going to emerge in this triple deep colony. All of these bees in here are going to tend to those virgins. They're going to keep the cells warm, and I'm not on the bees' time technically to come back and deal with these cells. So it gives us a little bit more freedom. We're still working full-time jobs, and so this allows us a little leeway with the emergence and all that. And then we know that the virgins are being well cared for, and I just think it's the best way and gives you the highest quality virgin to sell and or requeen in our own operation. So that's what we're going to do today. We use a knife. We just pry the cells off and do it as gently as possible. But we can show you what it looks like once we get them all moved over. Alright, so this is all we do is I just use my Leatherman knife, and we just gently get them started and then just move them one by one in here. The other tip that we will say is, if you're using I can't really see. If you're using a nursery frame but you don't use all the cavities, I guess I'll call them, all the cages, you definitely want to put a JZBZ that is unused in there to fill it, or the bees will get in there and they'll build wax, because it's against their bee space policy. So definitely do that if you're not using all 32 spaces. But just try to go as gently as possible. A nice sharp knife to get underneath there and just start prying it. And then it's just a slow, steady process. And these queens will emerge in about a week, and we can come back, mark them, and get them in candy cages and get them ready for sale. Alright, so this is one of our other triple deep builders, the bottom box, middle box, top box. Right here is one of our grafts. We haven't pulled it yet, but one of the other things that we're going to do as we go through here is, since we are going to place them in the cells in these nursery frames, we also are going to go through and knock down all the emergency cells, just so we don't have a virgin queen running around in here that's made from emergency cells. We're going to use this as a nursery bank to emerge our virgins and then to care for our virgins until we cage them or sell them or use them. But in the meantime, we don't want a virgin running around here. When we're done using them for the purpose of a nursery or just tending to these virgins, we'll just take one of these virgins and requeen this big colony with a virgin at that time. So that's what we're doing. So a week ago we grafted it, we pulled the split out. To summarize what we've done, last week we took the queen out of here and made a nuke. We then grafted that same day into this colony as a builder, and now we're taking this builder and making it a nursery for our virgins until they emerge. At that time, once they emerge, we'll put them in candy cages and we'll bank them. You can bank them above a queen right colony if you so choose, just above an excluder, and at that time we'll requeen this colony with a virgin, or maybe we'll break it down into several nukes and requeen, use it to requeen several nucleus colonies. So just what we do, depending on what we need at the time, but just kind of a summary of how we use one colony for multiple weeks to serve multiple purposes.